Okay, good morning and welcome to the State Ethics Commission. It is August the 20th, 2025, and the time is now 0900. And just a matter of roll call, we should have a quorum if we may.
Thank you, Chair. I'm recognizing that we have Commissioner Tobias, Commissioner Thielen, Commissioner Becker, and Chair in the Commission meeting room. Chair Hong, are you able to confirm that you're present and if there's anyone else with you?
Present and alone.
Thank you. Chair, do you want me to continue?
Mm-hmm.
So my name is Executive Director Harris. I'm present in the conference room. Also joining remotely are Compliance Director Chang, Enforcement Director Campbell, and staff attorneys Yamanu Ha and Yi, and computer specialist Louis, and staff attorney Neufer. Even though this is an in-person meeting, please be aware that all meeting participants are being recorded on the digital record of the Zoom meeting, which will be posted to our website and used to create official minutes. Your continued participation is your implied consent to be part of the public record of this event. If you do not wish to be part of the public record, you should exit this meeting now. For any members of the public who may be joining us remotely, if the Commission's video conference connection is lost during the meeting, we will recess the meeting and reconvene after our connection is restored. Please check the Commission's website, ethics.hawaii.gov, for information about reconnecting to the meeting. If the meeting is continued to a later date or terminated, information about this will be posted on our website. At this time, are there any members of the public joining who would like to identify themselves?
Yes, not. Thank you, Robert. First order of business, approval of the minutes of July 16th, 2025. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Tobias, seconded by Commissioner Thielen. Roll call.
Commissioner Tobias?
Aye.
Commissioner Hall?
Aye.
Commissioner Thielen?
Aye.
Commissioner Becker?
Aye.
Chair Fong?
Chair votes aye, no objections, motion is carried. Next, Director's Report, Education Disclosures.
I can turn that over to Compliance Director Chang.
Morning, Commissioners. In terms of the update for the education and disclosures, we had a live training session last month in July. We had about 13 participants, including several Tier 1 mandatory officials that I conducted the training for, so it was a good turnout. We're also following up with board filers and members to remind them about their disclosures and training requirements. We have a number of board filers to follow up with either their disclosure submission or else their training requirement. Some of the board members may have cycled off or termed out of their board, so we're trying to check with their board administrators about their current status. So we'll be working on that. The other update I wanted to share was led one of the COBO Connect webinar presentations on August 7th, was part of a panel with Ohio and Pittsburgh. What the panel was primarily about was more of a pragmatic focus on how to manage training information and data and track attendance. It was fairly well attended. We had, I think, over 30 participants on the virtual meeting, mostly with program level staff who help to manage that for various state and city level agencies. So that was well attended. We also had a number of our staffers attending as well. And part of the focus was basically to share resources on how to track training, particularly for small and medium sized agencies who don't have the resources, to afford expensive tools such as the learning management system. So as far as I could tell, it was well received. And several attendees did comment that the information that we shared and the handouts was very useful. So if there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer your commissioner's questions.
We're still up in the 90 percentile, right?
Well, we're following up with board administrators whenever there is cycling out, people coming and going. So there is, turnover. So we're working with the board administrators to track that information. But on the board side, we have a lot more visibility because we leverage our existing filing system. So it's easier to track on the boards. Employees, as usual, we rely on the HR because we are not the hiring agency. So we regularly follow up with the different agencies to track, okay, how are you doing? Issue reminders to their systems and, kind of assist as we can to ensure that they are increasing their percentages on their agencies.
Well, that's good. The reason I asked is because, at the end of this year, we're gonna be going to Kogo and, if anyone should ask me, he says, yeah, we have a 90+ percentile training. And that really is very effective because we don't have that many complaints. Or the complaints that we have, basically are not as of magnitude that we have to, be really concerned with to a certain extent. So I think it goes to show that if you teach them what's right, hopefully they'll behave. Is that a good way of putting it? But keep up the great work. 90. I won't go any higher. Don't worry. Yeah. So good job, Donita. Yes.
I had a question. I noticed on the education program that in January the 17th of this year, there were 46 House members that took the required in-house ethics training. What happened to the other 5? Because it was to be in person, not by webinar.
I can answer that one, Commissioner. I was the one who did that training. All of the representatives have met their ethics training requirement, 100% all of them. It has been a custom for the past 4 years that the Speaker of the House has mandated representatives must attend a yearly update with us. So this is outside of our statutory requirements. It's an enhanced one. And so at that time, 47 were able to make it. The other 5 presumably were able to talk to the speaker and talk about why they weren't present, but they are still fulfilling their ethics requirement. They've had their
Okay,
training.
you're saying because they did the every 2-year requirement, they didn't, this was an added one. I liked that when the speaker put that into place. I thought that made a lot of sense, and I'm sorry to see some avoided attending.
I think the speaker probably shares your opinion.
Yeah, those names would be public because they have to, I believe, they have to sign in to that, and that should be public. So we should know who those were,
Good.
or people would know.
I believe they could handle it, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the commission? Okay, next, guidance and assumption. There.
Yep. So this is Key. I'm sorry. Is someone okay? There we go. She's muted. Yeah. So we got 34 new complaints in for the month of July and 39 closed. So it was a very productive month for us in terms of closing of the cases. For the year, 206 cases open, 196 closed. Again, pretty much closing out what comes in and then working on the the larger cases. For October, which is our next enhanced quarterly statistics, we're working on some sort of redefining the stats, new categories, and potentially adding, amount of time to close cases. But that's all being discussed in another thing we're working on. So that's that.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Actually 39 is not, I don't know how it's good or bad, but when you go 33 filed and 39 taken care of, the ones that what I'm actually concluding is that there's really nothing to all a lot of the complaints that come in. Are they is it because they're frivolous or they just don't know what? It's
So we
not a
have
violation, or
so we
is
have
our training not correct in regard to saying, hey, that ain't a violation, or?
So we have a number that are just do not involve state employees. They can be about HOA associations. So for those ones, we'll basically send an email back or call the complainant and indicate, we suggest that you contact XYZ person or this department. So that's one category of the cases. They don't involve state employees. The second category of the cases is there's no substantive jurisdiction. So basically, you've got someone that's loosely complaining about unfair treatment, but it's a matter that's better handled by the agency. It involves HR issues, that sort of thing. Or it might involve like police misconduct. Those are items which could potentially fall within our law, but that are better referred to another agency. So we will connect those people with their relative agencies. So a decent portion of those 39 on any given month are those two categories. Now, the third category is there's a healthy number of cases where Jared, our investigator, and I will have to request records, review records, and determine whether or not there's any merit to the complaint. And after reviewing that, we are making a determination that this is not necessarily worth pursuing, or this is better handled by the agency due to the facts that we've uncovered. So then we'll notify them. So those are kind of the three categories that this preliminary review encompasses.
Okay, and that makes more sense. Do we ever get kind of mixed up with the Honolulu Ethics Commission? Like, that's on our jurisdiction.
So we do sometimes, but that's not a large portion of our cases. Complaints are not. So we'll get maybe 1-2 a month where we can refer to them. I don't even know that it's 1 to 2 a month. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good to hear. At least they know who we are.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the commission? Any from the audience? I got two. Okay, moving right along. Thanks, Aki. Item number, miscellaneous, is that right?
Thank you, Chair. I'll be really brief. We have not received an update from the Judicial Council regarding the process of selecting two nominees. Judicial Council selects two nominees, they go to the governor, and the governor has a period of time in which to select. I'll follow up again. It's now been several months, and very much appreciate Commissioner Tobias continuing to serve in a holdover fashion, but it would be nice to have the clarity, so continue to ask.
Yeah, okay, well, we're all waiting with bated breath, so thank you. All right, next, item 3, discussion on media reports.
Thank you, Chair. This, as you know, is a standing item to give the commission an opportunity to talk about recent media reports, either involving ethics in general in Hawaii or specifically the Ethics Commission itself. I would note 2 media articles that came across my desk. One very recently, August 10th, was written as a column or a column by Common Cause in the Civil Beat, which included a number of different points, but one of the points I mentioned was supporting the Ethics Commission's budget in order to help ensure that we're able to adequately enforce and manage the ethics code generally. In addition, in July 28th, Ian Lynn posted a recollection of the State Ethics Commission's launching an investigation into Tom Fat Boy Okuda as a result of Ian Lynn's efforts. So again, generally mention the Ethics Commission. Those are the 2 articles that came across my desk.
Questions from the commission? Any questions for the audience? Okay, moving right along. Let's see, item number 4, discussion of possible legislative proposals. Do we have it?
Yes, Chair, at the last meeting, you asked staff to continue working on proposed language on a bill concept that Commissioner Thielen had suggested. So you have as attachment 1 on page 16 of the public agenda items, you have a staff overview of the proposed bill. And on page 18, you have the draft bill itself. And this has changed a bit since last month. It has been narrowed to be more specific as to state employees who were nominated by the governor and then gone through the appointment and a confirmation process with the Senate. So, as a result, it is a more narrow and more focused bill than what was discussed before. And we're also joined by Candace Park, who's the Deputy AG, who can also provide her input as well.
Would you like her to speak first before we have any questions? Candace, you have any comments before I
I'm
ask
sorry,
you?
I assumed we would be going into executive session.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to have any general discussion before proposing to go into? I think the idea is if we're asking about the, an attorney-client opinion as the strengths or potential challenges of the bill, that should be done in executive session. If there's any general comments with the public being available, obviously it's the commissioner's decisions when to propose an executive session.
Let me ask. Candace, do you understand that? We can go into executive session, but generally anything for the public.
No, I do not have anything to share with the public.
Okay. Before, if we do go into executive session, Commissioner Thielman.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. I like the way the bill has been narrowed and focused on exactly what we're trying to do is to eliminate the pay for play by aiming this bill at those who are nominated by the executive branch, by the governor, and subject to confirmation by the Senate, and then receive pay for that position, and that person has oversight, management, or procurement authority over state contracts with a value of, and thank you, greater than $100,000. I think that makes sense. We're talking about the select group that would be looked at by the public as certainly participating in pay to play, were they to engage in those activities. So I think it's very good that it's been narrowed this much. Thank you, Chair.
So it meets with your satisfaction. You're the initiative. I just want to make sure, make sure you're happy. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's been, I need to sanitize that. Is that a good word? No. Refine, whatever. So, do we need to go into executive session on this? Well, look, first of all, I'll ask if any questions from the commissioners. Because unless there are questions or there's a problem, and then we can go into an executive session with our attorney. There's a motion that I think it was proposed. We can go right into the motion. What do you think? You're the proposer.
Oh,
There's a motion here. It says, motion to approve the substance of the proposed bill and direct staff to finalize the language for legislative introduction.
I think maybe we should go into the executive session first with council,
Okay.
just to hear
We can
what
do that.
council has
Yeah,
to
sure.
say.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion that we go into executive session.
I'll also move.
Move by Commissioner Thielen, seconded by Commissioner Tobias.
Actually, Chair, sorry, just if I may suggest
Oh.
a script for the executive.
I got to script it. Okay, I gotta read the red and yellow stuff. How many all right, anyway. For the purpose of the Sunshine Law, the authorized participants in executive session are myself, Vice Chair Tobias, Commissioners Hong, Thielen, Becker, Executive Director Harris, Compliance Director Chang, Enforcement Director Campbell, Staff Attorneys Nefer, Yamanoa, Yi, and Computer Specialist Liu. Commissioners and staff who are participating in this meeting remotely do you confirm that you are alone and that no unauthorized person can hear you? Please say yes to confirm this. You want to go?
We'll do this. I
Yes.
think once we pick session.
You want to wait until you get?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody understand that? I was gonna mention who can be here, but I guess it's easier for me just to read them. So, do we take the motion, then we,
Yes.
okay. With that, there's a motion to go into executive session. Roll call.
Starting with Commissioner Tobias,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Thielen,
Aye.
Commissioner Becker,
All right.
Chair.
Chair votes aye, no objections, motion's carried. We will now go into, be in executive session. All right. Thank you very much. When we're, in executive session, we did a very in-depth discussion about the proposed bill. And what I'm gonna do at this time, I'm gonna entertain a motion to approve the substance of the proposed bill and direct the staff to finalize the language for legislative introduction with a concern by the commission in regards to including appointed officials. Number two, not include the judiciary. Number three, to eliminate subsection A4 in its entirety. And number five, to take into consideration the enforcement of attending fundraisers. Is that pretty much? Okay, yes.
And putting pay to play in the preamble
And
in the purpose
and
clause.
put the word, well, I don't know what the word, with quote unquote, the emphasis of pay to play in the preamble. That's number five. Any comments, discussion? Okay, with that motion, I'll entertain, I'll entertain somebody to make the motion. How's that? I entertain that motion.
I move.
Moved by Commissioner Thielen.
I second.
Seconded by Commissioner Tobias. Any discussion before we vote? Okay, we basically have five concerns with this proposed bill. Okay, if not, roll call.
Commissioner Tobias,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Thielen,
Aye.
Commissioner Becker,
Aye.
Chair.
Chair votes aye. No objections, the motion is carried. And thank you for a very good discussion on, I think, the overdue bill. Thank you. And thanks to Commissioner Thielen for her foresight. Is that a good word? Not hindsight. All right, let's see, where are we? Oh, thank gosh. Hold on. All right, we finished section 4. Are we on section 5 now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, are we not finished with that yet? Section 5, the Kana case.
No updates, Chair.
Okay, anything else? Robert, anything more from the staff?
No.
Any other? Okay, then there's no other business to transact. I'll entertain a motion and we adjourn.
So moved.
Yes. Moved by Commissioner Hall and seconded by Commissioner Becker. We need a roll call on this.
I'm just, either you have to show it's unanimous or we have to do a roll call. You can say all those in favor.
All those in favor of adjourning, raise your right hand. If I don't have a majority, I have to go through a roll call. Okay. It was unanimous and the motion is carried. The meeting is adjourned at 10:06. Come back at 10:15 and we will go into the adjudicatory session.